Welcome back to Houston Life. We love to celebrate our dogs any chance we get, but the month of August gives us an extra reason for celebration because it's National Dog Month.
Every month really should be National Dog Month, right? But our resident dog lover and expert Lauren Kelly is hanging out with some of the other puppy experts at Believe in Dog Training this afternoon.
Hey, Dad,
okay, so Lauren.
and you can hear Stephanie.
Yeah.
I know that I speak to my dog like a little baby, but there's nobody that makes me feel better about it than Stephanie Bennett here. She's the owner of Believe in Dog Training. We're in the Heights today.
Hi.
And this is our favorite spot to come, especially to celebrate National Dog Month. Stephanie, there's a reason, though, that we are all sitting in this half circle with these hats and costumes on because there's something specific we're going to get into today.
That's right. That's right.
We're not just a cast of Paw Patrol.
We're going to play Pass the Puppy, trying to help them learn to be handled and hugged, because dogs don't really love to be hugged all the time.
I know.
And actually a hug is the same thing as a smother, isn't it? At the vet,
Yes.
it's the same thing as a smother.
Yes.
And so we're just going to try to teach these puppies that it's okay to be touched. I'm going to touch all the different body parts, and every time you let me, I'm going to give you a teeny tiny treat. Say, thank you for letting me touch you there.
So it's really just about consistently doing this so that they know hugging them is really just a sweet notion. You don't mean anything terrible by it. You're not going to hurt them.
That's right. And just tolerate it for a minute.
Right.
Yes? But not only hugging, but also grabbing collars, touching toes, touching booty, touching belly, teeth.
Which, just like you said, is something that the groomers do consistently when they go to there, or the vets always want to take a look at teeth and all of those body parts.
That's right. So the more we can get them used to it, the better it's going to go for their whole life, because they really need to do it, especially the toes, all of that stuff, and the teeth, because look at those baby teeth. Oh, my God. Little tiny baby teeth.
So is this also going to help them from kind of snapping at people who want to go pick them up? Because I know a lot of dogs, some are a little skittish, right? And you can tell right away whether you should or should not pick them up.
Well, I think that that's a really good question, because not necessarily is the answer to that. Because not only are we're kind of killing a bunch of birds with one stone here. Because hi, hello, thank you.
Come over here.
We're also going to not only practice touching, creating huggable puppies, touching body parts, but also when we pass the puppy, we pass them to all different people, right? Getting them used to all different people, and then also these weird things, beards, hats, sunglasses, things like that. Now, that being said, every dog has their own temperament, and all that, and sometimes we've got shyer puppies than others. And so we're going to help them by doing that, but that still doesn't mean necessarily that they're going to be happy or okay with every single stranger coming up and trying to touch them. I think we still have to ask the dog's permission to be touched.
Of course.
But it will help. And sometimes it can help, like, completely, you know?
I mean, look at Milo in your lap. I don't think he's, I think he's pretty much okay with being hugged.
Yes, baby.
He's not going to want to be passed at all because he likes being
Now he's like, excuse me, I'm done with this now.
But you're rewarding them with a treat, though. So this time, as they learn to be hugged and to passed, the reward is the treat.
Right, teeny tiny treat.
Okay.
But I could also use this for food. I like using it as their dinner. So I always tell people, do this for half of their kibble, right, every night, because they do get used to it and it becomes a relaxation exercise.
Okay.
So look, you lay here, I touch this, I give you a tiny treat.
Okay.
I touch this, I give you a tiny treat. And so it just becomes, oh, we do this all the time. What's a big deal? No biggie. I love doing this.
Okay, really quick before we move on, I always want to ask you about this because depending on how many treats you do, that's when you take back the rest of their food for dinner.
Right. That's right.
So you're not overfeeding them and not overtreating them.
You adjust the meal according to how many treats you give them. And that's why we use very healthy treats.
Okay.
Or use the meal.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
okay, because you know they're going to eat it, you know that they love the food. Okay,
That's
all right, who wants to come get in my lap? Because I want to see everybody. I know Cassie will let me.
Yes.
Come get in my lap. Come over here. Can I pick you up?
Yes,
oh,
he said.
Come here. This is such a sweet baby. I think Cash is a little bit used to being hugged, though.
Oh, my
I think he likes it. I think
that
he's a little used to, you know, petting his paws. So about how long until you pass from one dog to the next person?
Sometimes we just say, okay, let's every person touch a part.
Okay.
Okay, you touch front paws.
Okay.
Thanks, and then squeeze, and then, okay, now let's pass the puppy to the right.
To the right. Okay.
Pass the puppy. Excuse me. Excuse me. Little dog.
Come here,
Come here, Missy.
This is just a great way for me to get lots of puppy kisses.
You know
from
what?
all
I'm
the
gonna take you.
puppies
Come
here.
here. Come here, you little thing.
I love
Come
these
here, you little
guys.
thing. You
Well,
need to-
Stephanie, we have so much more to cover today, and lots more with these cutie pie puppies. If people want more info on this specific workshop, if you will, or this game, where can they go to find it?
Just go to our website and call. We do this in every day in puppy day school. We do it in puppy class. We do this a lot.
Okay.
Every puppy that we have in puppy class or every time they come to school, we handle, gentle, create huggable puppies.
All right, huggable puppies.
Huggable
Oh my
puppies.
God, you got so many here.
Yay!
Yay! Tarek and Tessa, I'm going to toss it back to you guys in studio for now.
I have not stopped smiling, Lauren. You know how they say you need to heal your inner child? This is like healing your inner puppy with puppies. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Huggable puppies. Wish we could hug a puppy.
Therapeutic.
Lauren, thank you so much. We'll see you in just a little while. You know, wearing the hats and the beards, it's such a great idea because a lot of dogs freak out when they see someone with a hat.
Yeah,
You
don't
know,
be that.
socialize them young.
Don't be that dude. Don't be that
Don't
dog.
be that dog. Okay.
Hey, it is National Dog Month for the entire month of August, obviously. And what better way to celebrate than right here? Believe in Dog Training with Stephanie Bennett in the Heights today.
Hi, Dan.
I love coming out with you because for any pet parent, it's so great to get questions answered for maybe things that you just forget about along the way. And what we briefly mentioned was if you're leaving to go anywhere and you are going to leave your dog somewhere, there's certain things that you should ask before leaving them in somebody else's care, right?
Yes, yes. I think that I wanted to talk a lot about this because I see all the time my clients, because whether it's boarding, daycare, pet sitter, puppy school, all of that stuff, a lot of people don't do a lot of research or enough research, in my point of view, to be able to go, am I very, very comfortable leaving my dog there?
Yeah.
And I really think that everybody should ask like 100 different questions.
So where do you start? Where do you start? Which questions should you be starting with when you're very much starting this search to look for the right spot?
Yes. So I think that, you know, it really depends on if they're going to be staying, they're just going for the day or whatever. But if they're staying, if you're looking for a boarding facility, I really do believe that you should be able to see, first of all, everybody should be an open book. And they should be really, really open to you asking 100 questions, and they should be able to easily answer it right away.
Yes.
And you should be able to see everything as far as I'm concerned. Now, I know it's difficult sometimes when people have a boarding center and there's a bunch of dogs in there, and it can be very disrupted to have people come over and look through it. However, I do believe they should have some kind of a way that you can tour and see, because I want to actually see with my eyes where my dog is going to stay, where they're going to stay, where they're going to spend the night, and also how many hours are they going to be in that little boarding facility, right?
Versus how much playtime they get.
That's right. Or when are they going potty? Right? And are they actually going to be in a crate? Because sometimes people board in crates just, right? Just in a crate, or is it actually a little suite, or is it a little whatever it is? Some of them have indoor-outdoor, some of them don't. So we want to know, how long are they going to be in there? Are they going to get playtime? Are they going to get potty time? And when exactly does that happen? I really would like to know my dog's schedule in a full day, right? What is the schedule? And they should really have that really right front up, exactly how it is. Because a lot of times I think that people are surprised at what the schedule is and how long they are actually going to be in the crate or in the boarding or whatever it is. And so also, a big question for me is, what do they do if the dog does something good?
Okay.
Right? If
is
the dog
there
does
any
something
kind of reward system?
That's right, because surely there is, right? So if they're working with the dog in any kind of aspect, what do they do if the dog does something good, right? And what do they do if the dog does something wrong? Right? If they do something that they think is wrong, what do they do? Is there a punishment, right? What do they do? What are their training techniques? If there's training involved at all, what's their philosophy? And what is that going to mean exactly? If you say balanced, if you say positive, if you say whatever, what does that mean exactly? You should know. Because sometimes it can be tricky. You know, it can be tricky.
A little bit of a gray area.
That's right.
Now, here's my other question. A lot of these places require vaccinations, right? Is there anything that, besides rabies, that you should be looking for that they require when letting your dog stay?
Every place, you should be looking to make sure that they have a very strict vaccine protocol and that they're being checked. That they're being checked, especially if there's puppies. And that's another big one for me, obviously, because we do puppies, is that I think that too many people take puppies to regular places before they're kind of old enough. And so that's a real big one, right? Because
well, we were just discussing there's a puppy cold going around now, and just like humans, puppies are very susceptible.
That's right. They can get contagious. And so we want to make sure that that not only that, but we want to make sure that the puppies have a real controlled, happy, positive experience all the time. And so are they set up for puppies? Because there's puppy disease and all that. So do they have a strict cleaning protocol for puppies, strict vaccination protocol for puppies, and just for regular dogs? Because really there should not be any place that's accepting a bunch of dogs that doesn't have a strict vaccination protocol.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, there's a spay and neuter protocol. Right?
Yeah,
'Cause you
there's
can't be
all
having a group.
I need for you to write down all of these questions, Stephanie, which we will do.
I'm going to.
And I will have a list of those at HoustonLife.tv, BelieveInDog.com for all of the wonderful information you can always get right here at Believe in Dog. Stephanie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thanks for letting me play with all these puppies
Of course,
today.
anytime, of course.
It's always
our
such
pleasure.
a great time. Derek
like,
and Tessa,
night-night, taking a nap.
I can't tell you that I won't be staying to take a nap with Cash right here. So I may or may not see you back in Studio V in just a little bit.
Sweet
We
little
had too much
Cash man.
playtime.
Rest. He needs rest, and you need to nap.
All those
I'll
puppies
allow
are worn
it.
out.
I'll allow it.
Okay. Thanks, Lauren, and thanks to Stephanie and Cash and all the puppies today as well.